anatomical characters of taxonomic importance. According to Linsbuer 1930 and later Metcalfe and Chalk 1950 have listed numerous features of epidermis that are now being used frequently in taxonomic studies. Stomata. The presence or absence of stomata on the upper surface of a leaf is good diagnostic feature in the separation of ulnus subchordata and ulnus orientalis betulacea. Dumbbell shaped guard cells are characteristics of grasses and sieges. In gymnosperm, for instance, two main types, haplochilic and syndactochilic. In angiosperm, four main types are known to occur in dicotyledons. These are number 1, anemocytic, anisocytic, parasitic, diacytic. In monocotyledons, four other types of stomata are described. Stebbins and Kush in 1968. Four or more subsidiary cells of equal size as in Riho Commelinaceae. Second, only four subsidiary cells with two lateral cells larger than the two polar cells as in Commelina. Number third, two subsidiary cells which are parallel to the long axis of the guard cells as in many monocotyledons. Number 4, no subsidiary cells as in most of liliales. The third type may be further classified into stoma with bean-shaped guard cells as in other monocotyledons and stoma with dumbbell-shaped guard cells as in Gramineae. Recently, Ramaiah and Rajgopal 1968 and 1971 have proposed even a generic key for Indian members of Portulaceae and Azoaceae based on their dermotype studies of these families. Trichomes are epidermal outgrowths. The two major categories of trichomes are glandular and non-glandular, and these are further subdivided on the basis of their gross form, cellular constitution, degree of branching, etc. Soledad 1908, Nitolitsky 1932 and Metcalfe and Chalk 1950 have provided useful information on the structure, function and classification of trichomes. Carnquist in 1958-1959 has shown that in subtype Medinae of Helianth composite from glandular trichome, capitate trichomes with multicellular head have been derived, and the latter have further given rise to hollow stalk gland, tack-shaped glands and sessile glands. Trichomes from an excellent criteria on subgeneric and specific level in rhododendron. Cowell 1950. Goodspeed in 1954 has reported that types of trichomes and their distribution are correlated with subgeneric and specific distinction in Nicotiana. Shah and Kothari 1973 showed that the distribution of hairs in the tribe Vicini fabaceae is of considerable help in classifying various genera on the basis of detailed study of the morphology and ontogeny of trichomes in the tribe Helianthi asteraceae. Ramaiah 1962 finds support to the view that this is the most primitive tribe of Asteraceae on the basis of structure and ontogeny of trichome. Inamdar 1967 confirms the position of Nyctanthes in family Polyaceae. Epidermis. Details of silica body. Distribution as seen in the surface view of the lip also provide good taxonomic criteria in Cyperaceae. Ahmed justifies the treatment of Asterocantha longifolia as Hygrophila auriculata by him in 1962 on the basis of his study of foliar epidermis. Singh 1974 supported the retention of Berberis and Mahonia as separate genera as the two differ in several epidermal features. On the basis of epidermal characters such as outline as well as epidermal cells in surface view, structure of stomata and type of hairs. Jain and Singh 1974 and Singh and Jain 1975 have drawn key to distinguish various species of Pyrus and Prunus. Similarly, Jain and Singh 1974 have been able to distinguish Himalayan species of oak on the basis of epidermal features. Leaf anatomy. Carlquist in 1961 stated that angiosperm and its anatomical variations often concur closely with generic as well as specific level and occasionally familial lines. Structure of mesophyll and vein sheaths, presence or absence of hadathos, foliar nectaries and stomatal crypt and time of formation, suberization and location of abscission layers. Einshu in 1974 has shown that Viologia and Barbaciania, Violozoaceae can be distinguished from one another by the form of sclerenchyma in the leaves. Petiolar anatomy. Several types of vascular structures of petiole are illustrated by Metcalfe and Chalk in 1950. Many taxa have special type of vascular structure. For example, in Anemone vitifolia, petiole has a scattered vascular bundle. Soladoi 1982 examine the petiole anatomy of 64 species of Baphia family Leguminosae. Vascular structure of petiole is of much diagnostic significance in the genera Phlomis and Eremostachys. Labiati. Ajijian and Cutler 1982. Nodal anatomy. Synod in 1914 recognized three fundamental types of nodal anatomy in dicotyledons: unilacunar, trilacunar, and multilacunar. Means say lip gaps. He believed that trilacunar node is primitive and that unilocular and multilacunar, which are derived from trilacunar type, to be more advanced. The number of gaps may be characteristic for a single family, even for a order Centrospermales, where the node is unilacunar in the whole order, or there may be much variation within a taxon, as in Ranunculaceae, Synod 1914, or even within a single plant, Bailey 1956. Histology of stem. Transformation of ground tissue, cells of cortex in transfusion cells form a useful taxonomic feature in some taxa such as Casuarina, Metcalfe and Chalk in 1950. Distribution of fibers may be systematically useful as evident support in the species of Genista, Pellegrini in 1908. Stem endodermis shows much variation in the structure of their cells, and it may provide systematic criterion in families like Piperaceae, Asteraceae and Lamiaceae. Feature of stem, pith, may also be systematically useful. For example, species of Dubentia and Fitchia may be distinguished on the basis of anatomical differences in pith. Carl Quist in 1961. Occurrence of bicollateral vascular bundle in two alternate rings is a characteristic feature of the stem of family Cucurbitaceae. Occurrence of cortical and medullary bundles in families such as Nyctaginaceae, Amaranthinaceae and Chenopodiaceae. Various species of the genus like Potamogeton can be distinguished on the basis of vascular core of the stem. Ogden 1943. Anomalous secondary thickenings occur in several families, especially in dicotyledons. And Bailey and Howard 1941 have shown their usefulness as taxonomic criteria. Sclerids useful in verifying the naturalness of taxonomic group and in making internal rearrangement. Bukhari and Wenbetbaum 1976, Rao 1979. The sclerids in systematic studies at the level of family For example, Coneraceae, Copiaceae, Hamamilidaceae, Limnaceae, Nymphaceae, Oleaceae, Thiaceae, Soneraceae, and Thymelaceae. The presence of elongate sclerids in the epidermis, ovules of Cynary, has been helpful in defining that tribe. Carlquist, 1961. The taxonomic utility of sclerids has also been demonstrated by Rao in 1957 in Mimicillon Melastomyces and by Tomlinson 1959 in Palms Cellular Contain. Some Cactaceae members have characteristics of protein bodies. Metcalfe and Trapp in 1950. Three species of Laportia may be distinguished on the basis of albuminoids from Lacticifer. Guerin in 1923. In grasses and sedges, silica bodies and silica cells have been found to be of systematic value. According to Charchenko in 1932, has shown that the species of allium can be distinguished by means of oxalate crystals. In some cases, histoliths are also helpful in linking related families. Example, Moraceae, Urticaceae and Cannabinaceae. Carlquist in 1961. The presence and absence of tanniniferous cells in the root cortex of related families, Rapetaceae and Zyridaceae respectively, is useful systematic criteria. Presence of specialized wood has agreed by all phylogenetists that Englerian group of primitive angiosperms, namely Amintiferae, cannot be considered primitive. Studies on anatomy of wood of Rannals reveal great diversity, indicating that they are an unnatural order. On the other hand, there are primitively vessel-less taxa such as Trochodendron, Tetracentron, Sarcantron and Winteraceae. And on the other hand, the woods of Hemitendraceae and Magnoliaceae show a wide range of specialization. The wood anatomy may also be helpful in assigning the correct position of disputed genera. For example, studies of Ster and Brzezinski 1958 have shown that the correct position of Heteropyxis in the family Myrtaceae. According to Eames 1953, the floral anatomical characters of families and genera are generally well marked, and even specific characters may be quite clear in some cases.